What up, guys? Welcome to the BTC podcast. Back. This is a long time recording, but we're back. Here with Levi.
Hey.
He's just gonna be quiet.
That's fair.
No,
What's good, y'all?
No big introduction.
Full and tired right now.
We just finished eating fucking what's it called? Firehouse subs. That is fire. Ironic.
Fire.
For a long time, I thought, like, not a long time, but ever since I heard of it, I thought Firehouse subs was supposed to be like flaming, and then you walk in, it's fucking firefighter shit. I'm like, oh shit.
Hell yeah! I think Firehouse subs. Hell yeah, right? Like,
why don't they have a fucking Firehouse?
Just say Firehouse. Like, what? You think of some hot ass barbecue fucking
burn your mouth. That
burn
shit.
Your mouth.
Why don't they have that? They should have that shit.
Let's start it, bro.
Let's start it.
New investment.
They should have a challenge or some shit where, like, when you let me get a Firehouse sub and it's like a fucking sub that's like habanero and shit, and then like if you eat it, like when you eat it, you have to wear like a fire suit.
Bro, that's too much. What the fuck, bro? Stop.
I fuck with that, bro. And then like Simon goes on like Firehouse sub challenge.
We walk in there. Well, I don't know. We were chilling, and people walked in, and then all of a sudden everyone was like, "Welcome to Firehouse," loud as hell. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then the orders, he was like, "Dispatch code 8." I was like, "What the fuck?" She's like, 45. What, motherfucker? What? Speak English? That's too much. You gotta study a whole book just to work there and shit.
You saw our friend Anthony there?
Huh?
You saw our friend Anthony there?
Black ass nigga.
I used to work with him. I gave him his first job at Noodles. No, his second job at Noodles and Company.
What was his first job? McDonald's?
The Rock.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
No disrespect, Anthony, but Anthony, you have a horrible work ethic.
All my life, nigga. How many years? All right, so this past, and in 1 year, he's had 3 jobs.
Yeah.
What the hell, Anthony? Get your shit together, bro.
That's the thing about, I mean, I'm part of the generation, but bro, you know, you gotta take shit sometime, you know? You can't have it your way all the time.
Also, he quit, like, yeah, just a little pussy, basically.
I told him, because I gave him the first job, and the reason he quit, I don't know the exact story, but the gist of it is that, you know, he felt like he's overworked and shit. Like, bro, I mean, I feel like maybe, it's so weird, like, I'm young and shit, but I complain about, like, our fucking generation, or the next generation is fucking so lazy as fuck. It's crazy. These fucking freshmen, and like underneath and beyond that, is like fucking, I'm like, how?
Hell yeah.
That's our future.
That's fuck. But people thought the same thing about, but you gotta think about it, it's just repeating cycle, bro. When our parents' generation, their generation was like, how is this world? You know, it's just a repeating cycle. It's just always gonna happen. It's just nature, bro.
I don't know. I feel like society's way too fucking soft now. I don't know. Like, shit, we have too much fucking excuses. I don't understand that. Don't get me wrong to a point, but my man. Anything new with you?
Live by myself. Live on my own right now.
Right. Want to talk about that?
Yeah. I mean, the case is still open, so not sure.
What?
I can't really speak on what happened, but like,
in a nutshell?
I don't know. In a nutshell, I just got tired. Sometimes you get sick and tired, and you just gotta move on, you know. So I found new beginnings.
Happy endings?
Happy endings.
Happy ending.
For sure, for sure. I'm chilling now, and I'm happy. That's all that matters. Right, bro? Happiness.
So you weren't happy with I'm gonna just do what happened last time. Well, when I blurred out certain names, so you didn't even hear it in the podcast. That's funny as hell.
It's not funny, but
anyway,
did
you hear about Usher?
Let it burn, let it burn. Honest, look at her, bro. That man is a billionaire. Shorty.
I don't know. Okay.
Shorty never looked good a day in her life.
I think you're mistaken. I don't know about billionaire, but okay, I'm a millionaire. Yeah.
Nah, Usher, nigga.
No.
Usher got big.
No, I'm guarantee Usher is not a billionaire. But yeah, it's just I couldn't believe it. to be honest with you, when I heard the news, I thought it was gonna be like a bad little shorty, like you know.
Like she bad, like she Latina, like she go crazy, like
No, it's fucking.
like she gonna be bad as hell. Like,
No,
you know what I mean?
No, it's fucking.
Is this nigga talk about when she was 19? Shorty motherfucking 20, what, 25 now? 24? Sit down, bro. You what? What? Money hungry. And then I see a lot of people talking about, oh, it's just a puppet, whatever. He's finna come out with something big. No. No,
I think.
I don't think so. That shit is just stupid to me.
You see the girl, right?
Yeah, seen the girl.
She's big as hell.
But I ain't got a problem with big girls, but like, just chill. Where the proof? I need to see a sex tape. But you know they're gonna believe the female no matter what. So.
Wait, what kind of herpes what was it? What kind of herpes was it?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, what is it?
I think it was just herpes, bro. Like, herpes is its own STD.
I know, but like.
So it wasn't. I think it was herpes.
There's just like two types of herpes. You get in
No,
your mouth.
you get herpes, and then you get
warts and shit.
genital warts. That's all different.
But didn't she have the other one when it's down there and shit?
She didn't get herpes.
Oh no! Oh yeah.
She didn't get. See, that's the point.
Oh,
She
yeah.
didn't even get it.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
just risked it. No.
Right. It was emotional distress, right?
Shut. Yeah.
She's suing for that, right?
That's
right.
money.
Right.
Money hungry.
Right. And then there's some other news about some guy that that Usher gave him herpes and.
Bro. Shit's just wild, bro.
You
Folks
put
need
dirt
to
on your name, damn. I feel bogus. It's real.
That shit crazy, bro. Crazy.
And you think it brings down on that whole thing? You think it does bring down the performer?
I mean, it's a difference. It's a difference if he was like still making music, you know. No one was even thinking about his ass before all this stuff came out.
So you think it actually helps him?
So no, it didn't help him. Like, now a lot of people say any publicity is good, but I mean, I don't know. This is gonna blow by. It's already kind of blown by. You know, not as many people talk about it, but
because this is like the most significant shit that I can remember, like about someone suing someone. The last thing I can remember about someone being sued or someone being in court or whatever is fucking JB
Smooth.
No, JB Smooth.
Oh, Justin Bieber.
Yeah, when he supposedly got that girl.
That shit was big.
Pregnant or whatever. That was the last one I can remember that was like necessarily in like court wise and suing and shit. That's the last one I can remember at the top of my head. That was crazy like that.
Yeah, that's wild.
But it's just fucking crazy that someone would go that low to put dirt on someone's name just to get some cash.
That you're probably not gonna get, but probably she's already probably getting money just because the publicity that she's getting, like
yeah,
just because it's all out there and her name's out there, she's probably already getting money some sort of way.
Right.
So, well, that shit is kind of crazy, bro.
Have you been to anything lately?
Nah, bro, just been working and shit. I'm probably just trying to get back on my music shit, but I don't know. How was your J. Cole concert?
I did go to J. Cole. That was some dope shit.
I seen a hell of people's Snapchat that they went. I thought you were the only one from Floyd that was going.
No, and then I went to Kendrick 2 days later.
Oh, what? I didn't hear about that.
I think I still like J. Cole.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I don't think it was necessarily, it wasn't necessarily biased. I think, for me personally, how I saw it as is that I feel like Kendrick Lamar, and then, I'm getting wrong, Kendrick Lamar is a fucking beast, but I feel like Kendrick Lamar's job was, alright, he know what you guys pay for, he's gonna do what he did, and he's gonna perform for us, alright, and he's gonna leave.
Yeah.
For J. Cole, I feel like it was more like, alright, since I'm here.
He talked to y'all and everything.
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, and he spit some real shit. Like, I feel like he was there not necessarily because we paid for it, but necessarily because he was there because he wanted to spread a message and tell some real shit. And don't get me wrong, of course, J. Cole, Travis Scott, or not J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Travis Scott, and Duran, we were all cool. He brought Chance out too. It was fucking amazing. It was all fucking dope and shit, but I feel like I would appreciate more J. Cole.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. Some people in it for the money, some people in it for the soul, some people.
No, I know. And
some people just in it for different things, honestly.
And Kendrick, you know, he's the fucking one of the top dude killing the game right now, I think, you know, and it was a great experience, don't get me wrong, but I think at the end of the day, I felt like, for me personally, I appreciated more J. Cole than Kendrick Lamar.
I feel like it's just because J. Cole has hella money, but he doesn't have all the materialistic things, so he still, like, could look out in the crowd and see himself, like, damn, I'm, like, only thing different for me. Like, he's not living, I mean, he's living differently, but, you know,
yeah,
doesn't have all the sports cars and all that extra shit, so he can look out in the crowd and be like, oh, yeah, I'm still living like y'all. Like, nothing different but my bank account numbers, you know? But, I mean, I don't know, some people in it for soul, like, that shit.
Anything in the news?
I don't know. Shit, the North Korea shit is kind of crazy. I don't know. I don't even feed into that shit, but I don't know. At the same time, you gotta be kind of worried because you never know.
You ready for World War III?
I don't even know, bro. That shit's just crazy. I don't think there's gonna be a World War III.
No?
There probably already has been. We just don't know about it. It's just crazy that. What was the last war on American soil, bro?
We never had a war in America. Like we have
Civil War.
I mean, yeah,
the Civil War was the last one, right?
But that wasn't necessarily a war against us. But like we never had like a war, like a real war on our soil.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess that was it was a real war against each other, ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, a war to me is a war, you know, like.
Right.
Bloodshed, people die, tears shed, you know, all that. But I know exactly. I feel where you're coming from, but I don't know. But yeah, it just doesn't happen here, and it's just crazy if it would. Like America's just it's untouched. Well, a little terrorist acts here and there, but that's it.
I don't think war will ever reach us like that.
Right. That's what I'm kind of.
Especially North Korea and shit. I don't know the outcome necessarily what's gonna happen if that goes down. We have a president that's very trigger happy. So I don't know. Hot head. Big balls. I don't know, man. This is it's really crazy. I don't know. It's just a sense of what's gonna happen. You don't know. We don't know what's the outcome. It's crazy that I don't know if we're gonna survive or whatever, but like. When old people talk about what they were growing up, like the Cold War and shit, or like World War II, how they were like you know, talking about like they had to buy war bonds or they had a shortage on like food or whatever. It's like we're living through that shit, sort of. You know, fucking 50 years from now, we could talk to, if we're still on this planet or whatever, we could talk to our grandchildren. Like I remember when fucking North Korea and America was like at each other's necks and whatever, and it's like, well, or like, you know, maybe 50 years from now, North Korea and America are friends now, you know? It's like when people were talking about how Cuba and America weren't big, you know? Yeah, and then now we're over here opening trade and talking to them and having tourists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's you know, it's gonna, like, we're living in history, and it's something that
history happens every day.
Yeah. Like for me, something I want to talk about with my grandkids, I think is really big. It's actually just fucking baseball. Like the Cubs when they won the World Series. Mm-hmm. Like that shit is like something I want to talk about because it was fucking crazy. You know, it was like a fucking story. Like they came back, then they fucking rain delay, and it was like over 100 years of baseball. It's just, you know, that's what I want to talk about with my grandkids. So it's necessarily like. It's so weird, right? Like, one day we're gonna be talking about this shit as it happened right now, but it's like history in the future.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. Shit, it's crazy to think about. That's why it kind of leaves, like, when you think about shit like that, deep, kind of leaves you speechless.
Right.
Cause I mean, it's just real. Like, that's facts, real shit. Bro.
It's like at school when we get those veterans that come in with the
yeah.
for history, the Vietnam people, like, you know, that's like, you might look at it like, damn, that was ages ago, and whatever. But eventually, that's gonna be us telling kids, if we have schools in the future or whatever, about like fucking how it was 2010 or
2010, like damn,
or 2030. You know,
our
it's just,
struggles.
you know, it's very interesting.
It's kind of like 9/11, like, you know, on 9/11, all our teachers, this is where we were. Everyone remembers their place.
All right.
You know, it's kind of like that.
All right. And for us, I don't remember anything, obviously, because I was only like 1.
Right, same.
So,
Shit, I was just born.
Yeah.
Wait, it was fucking 5 days after I was born.
Wow.
So, shit.
You know. So you gotta look at it like, you know, like, damn, we're all living in history, and one day we're gonna talk about that shit. Sometimes, you know, you get, and that comes down to the thing, like, the whole thing about most of us try to capture the moment but not live the moment. You know what I mean? Like, we're all busy trying to take pictures and trying to record, and then not really focus on what's going around us, right? We're not living in that moment. We're living in this phone, or we're living in, you know, on the Snapchat. It's like the other day I went to Diane Hendricks' home, and I was gonna Snapchat some things about the house and shit, and how we were doing, and, you know, I got lost in the moment, and I just enjoyed myself.
It's good, bro.
I only took like 1 photo, and, you know, it feels like, even though I don't have proof of it, the proof is in my mind because I enjoyed my time, and I remember everything about it. It's like
it's like you can look, you know, anybody can look, but who's gonna read, you know?
Yeah.
Just like that. Anybody can look at a book, but read. If you read it, then that's where the feelings and everything comes from. So that's what. Yeah, to be honest.
We're seniors.
I know, that's crazy, bro.
I'm not ready.
I'm ready.
I don't want to do it. God, bro, my whole life I always wanted to be old. Now I'm fucking old. Now I'm fucking sad. I want to go back in time, bro. It's real. It's so fucking real. Like, you know, when you're like, now you think about it, like, damn, when I was like 11, I didn't have to worry about shit. Not have to worry about a lot of shit.
I mean, it depends on who you are, though. Like,
right.
Honestly, I mean, you might, like, I don't know.
It's not necessarily I'm scared of it. It's just
yeah.
I'm not, like, I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Like, I don't know. I'm the type of person, like, my life, you know how it was.
Right.
I had to be, like, I had to grow up fast. I always had to worry. I always had to do this. I always had to.
Right.
So, I mean, I can see where it's coming from, you know.
No, don't get me wrong. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, everyone's been through struggles. You've been, bro,
Yeah.
you've been through struggles. It's in the papers,
right.
You know.
I know, I'm saying, like,
but other people just look at life different.
Cause I know work ahead of me is gonna be a bitch, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like, damn it.
You're
But I like it because knowing that it's gonna be fucking hard. But in the outcome, hopefully everything that I work for and everything I do is gonna be good, you know?
Yeah, I just hate like how you put that, you know? How you basically put it, like you're living to work,
right?
And then to just die happily.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. It's not what I'm on, bro. I want to work, be happy, like, at the same time.
Right.
And do, like, I don't know, life just, I'm gonna be honest with you, life sucks, bro. Like, this shit.
Yeah.
Not for, well, like, I'm gonna slit my wrist shit, but life is just fucked up, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Right. And that
I wish life was different.
But I think that makes it us, though, I think.
You think it makes it what?
That makes who we are today.
Yeah, I just hate it, bro. Like,
I
just
love
you,
it.
just like you, just think of you, bro. You're like you.
Yeah, I know
yourself. 2 generations, you're gonna have kids. Your 3rd generation, they're not even gonna know your fucking first name, bro. Just think of that. You lived on this earth. You could make. It's just crazy, bro. Like, you come here, you do all this hard work, you put all this hard work, and unless you make a legacy, bro, even if you make legacies, people forget about it. Like, people aren't gonna think about you every day.
Right.
It's just crazy how that shit happens. I just wish, like out of all the people in the world, bro, Like you're you, and they're them. Like it's just fucked up.
But I feel
Like it's just crazy, bro. Like I just wish life could be different. Maybe just less people, just some, bro. Like it's just like you're living just to be, like you just live here, bro. Like you're nobody. Like that's why the government. That's how I feel like the government looks at us too. Like
right.
you're here. You know, once you're gone, you're gone. No one, 3 generations, 2 generations from now, no one's even gonna know your first name. Where were you buried at?
That's why you name your children
No one
juniors.
cares, right? I don't know. That shit's just crazy. Like on some real shit.
But I appreciate it, honestly. Like we're, you know, I appreciate the struggle because then that makes you who you are. I think for certain people, obviously, it doesn't really affect them or whatever. But it for me, for myself, it motivates me.
Hell yeah.
Because if I was born privileged, if I was born with everything handed to me, then I wouldn't have that drive. I wouldn't have that mentality. I wouldn't have that focus to do good. You know, I wouldn't be like, I would feel entitled.
Entitled.
You know?
Yeah.
And
I feel you, bro.
And that's the same concept I want to focus on when I have my kids in the future, whatever. I don't know. Hopefully, my goal is to be successful and whatever. And the thing though is that I know a lot of kids that, you know, our generation that expect stuff given to them and they don't know what drive is. And so my main focus is going to be how do I give that to my kids? Because I don't know if it's genetic. Hopefully it's genetic, but most likely I don't think it is. I think it's like the product of your own environment. Like it's part of genetic and the product of your own environment. Because if I feel like if I was born given shit, then I wouldn't be who I am today, right?
Of course. Yeah, that and that brings me. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday, and I was just telling them, you know, if I was rich, you know, if I came up by myself, because you know, me and you, we started from nothing, you know. So if we get rich, that's nobody but us,
right?
And I'm letting them know I'm not handing my kids shit, you know.
Yeah.
If they grow up, I'm gonna teach them what I did, you know. If they can do it themselves, then they can have their money.
Right.
All my money when I pass is going to charity, and they're like, just saying I'm this bad person, like, oh, you're bogus as hell. What do you mean I'm bogus as hell? They're not. They gotta. I want them to learn how to work just how I did, because I know people. Yeah. I know people who
don't appreciate.
Who parents do everything for them. They don't appreciate.
They don't appreciate it, and then they act like it's normal, right? Like
they act like it's normal. Like they're like. I surround myself with people like that, but at the same time, I'm looking like, damn. Like, what if I grew up like this? How would my mind be? Yeah. It's just crazy. Like, that's just.
Because I know people that are like 18, 19 years old, and they're barely gonna get their first job.
And when your parents, like, you got that money coming in, you know, when your parents are gone. And you're 40 years old. I mean, you can get that money passed down for you, but you're not gonna know how to do shit in life. Your kids aren't gonna know how to do shit in life. It just takes one person to get that drive, you know, like. Right. But you don't know when that's gonna come, so you're basically just setting your future kids and everything, like, up for failure basically. That's wild.
That's the thing. I don't know how to. It's gonna be hard. Because I wouldn't know how to balance it out. For me, I think it would be kind of difficult because I will either be, I want to say spoil my kids, but I feel like I don't want to be like an asshole dad either. Yeah. Necessarily.
I feel like, I don't know, bro. You just gotta do what you can, you know. Right. Like just do what you wanted. Like, when I'm growing up, like, I didn't have parents or anything, you know, but I always wanted, but the thing in my mind wasn't, I wish I had a dad to buy me this. That wasn't in my thought. Mine was, I wish I had a dad to do this with me. I wish, you know, so do shit like that you didn't have.
Exactly.
Just do shit like that. Don't buy them everything. Don't fucking, like,
I would hate that. Like, that would be that. If one day I hear that, I would be very disappointed in myself. Like, if I hear, like, oh yeah, my dad's gonna buy me that, like, no, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know. And another thing is,
I want my kids to be humble.
Let your kids get luxury gifts and shit. Right. But don't just give it, bro. Let your kids earn that. Right. Let your kids earn it, bro. Right. With their behavior and their choices and everything.
I think for Christmas, if I make it to a point where I'm successful enough, I'm not giving my kids shit for Christmas. I think what I'm gonna do is like be the opposite, where they give to people.
Do something like that, bro, because you're just right.
And I think they're gonna maybe at one point they're gonna resent it. Like, why all my friends get fucking like. Tommy got a brand new fucking, I don't know what the future gonna be, a fucking Xbox 6.
Folks just got a motherfucking Xbox Tornado.
And then I didn't get nothing, Dad. Why? I'm over here giving.
All right, go in your room. Look what you got. You know.
Right.
Like.
And that's real shit. And they're not gonna. And
you just. All right. Let me say one thing. I'm gonna let you talk.
Yeah.
Teach your kids that life does not have to be based around money all the time, bro. Right. Not all the time. And that's what they're gonna think if you're sitting there by them luxury goods, Jordan shoes every other day. You know, they're gonna grow up thinking that's okay.
Right.
And when they can't live that lifestyle no more, what did you do?
Right.
You just fucked up their future.
Right. Because then they're gonna feel entitled.
Because now they're gonna feel like they're entitled. They're supposed to have. When they're broken, they got to get their own stuff. Yeah, oh, they got a light bill to pay, but what do they want? They want the new Jordans.
Me and you were never entitled. Like shit.
Hell no, bro.
House shit. You know, fucking like I wish I had a house. You know, my whole life was basically apartments. Basically.
Hell yeah. I lived in fucking foster homes.
You have your own bedroom? Like what? I never. My first bedroom was until I was like 9.
Hell yeah.
You know
I was. Yeah, motherfuckers was sleeping on couches and floors like pallets.
Sharing bedroom with your parents.
You feel me?
You know, so it's like.
So we like we know it.
Right.
But like I don't want my kids ain't gonna ever have to go through that, but I want them to know.
Oh yeah.
Like that's what I had to go through. So appreciate
right
what you got, nigga.
The house you have right now?
I'll boss stuff for you to live like this, you know?
Right.
And that's another thing. My whole family, all my brothers, where are they at right now? I got one brother, my little brothers, they're smooth.
Right.
All my other brothers, I got one. All of them are in jail or prison, bro. But one is out.
Right.
But he has to worry about going back to prison if he gets caught, you know?
Right.
Like, and look at me, bro. Only one who has a job.
Right.
Only one who I separated myself from my family. Like, I was just always different growing up, bro. I observed the struggle and I'm like, fuck, I gotta get out this shit at a young age.
Right.
Soon as I was old enough to get away from everybody in my family, that shit's toxic, you know?
Yeah.
And I wish everyone, like, I feel bad that I had to leave my family because they're gonna still think like that while I'm trying to grow up and boss up, you know? But, I mean, you just can't be around toxic people your whole life. Like,
that's the thing about me, too. Like, I hate being characterized, you know? I hate being like, oh, look at him, he's gonna be this, or he's this type of person, so he likes this, you know? I don't like that shit. I'm actually the very fucking opposite. Like, you know, like, I like being different, you know? I don't like being the same. It's like if everybody was given a fucking BMW, everyone drives a BMW, I want the Audi.
I want the Audi.
You know what I mean? Like, I want something different. It's just, I feel like life is too short for everybody to be very the same, you know? Because the people that are made in history are the people that are different. You know? Those are the people that get shit done, people that go beyond their own...
limits.
Yeah, what's the word? They're like their pride, their own pride. You know, I feel like if your pride and your.
I see where you're going. Exactly. Society cares what people think too much.
Yeah, like that. It's like, you know, it's being different. I think it sets you up to be something good, something better than what you could be if you were just to try to follow what's right, or if you want to follow what's right, but follow what people tell you what to do.
You gotta be taboo sometimes, you know?
Because people like
don't get it how everyone else gets it. Get it your way.
Right. Because if you look at history, people that are different, they have done shit that has been, you know, stuff has done that has been great. You know, like the whole Martin Luther King, like, you know, everybody was afraid, right? They were like, oh, we can't do anything because look, he out here risking his life, and he had done change. Look at that,
and shit changed.
Look at that, where you are, me and you. Look at that.
Right, shit. We're Mexican, and I'm mixed. That proves it right there.
Yeah. And you know those guys were, even their own people were like, you're crazy. You're what are you doing? You know, but he stepped out of his, I guess I don't want to say pride, but like his own. Shadow? I don't know how so horrible. I can't really think about it.
So he like, just like me in a way. Like, he just left everyone behind.
Right.
Like, he knew what he had to do.
Right.
If you know it, he knew what he had to do. If he stayed with that group of people or whatever, they would have pulled him back.
Right.
He knew what he had to do. He had to get away, push and strive for what he wanted. It's what you want.
Or like what Abraham.
And what you want for people.
Right.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. Everybody was like telling him, "What are you doing? This is not."
Hated. He was hated. He
Right.
died. He lost his life.
Right. But
These motherfuckers know that they can lose their life for the shit that they're trying to do.
Right.
Humans, like I said this in your podcast plenty of times, like they resist change. It's automatic. You don't think about it.
Right.
You hear change, you feel change, you want it to go back right away. You resist that shit, you know?
Right.
It's just how it is. It's just crazy.
And
so like sometimes you just gotta boss up, sometimes you just gotta leave people behind that you love, like so they can realize, and if they go down the wrong path, that's not your fault. You're not entitled to what they do.
Right.
Like that's just, I don't know. Some people are like that though. Like me, like it sucks to see my family and shit go through that. You know, when I'm trying to do better things, but at the same time, what am I gonna do?
Right.
I can't live their life for them.
Right. And also with friends,
I can't
and stuff
baby
like
them.
Friends with stuff like that. I have friends that I don't
we don't even talk to. We used to talk to the same group of people. Do we talk to them anymore? Because what do they do?
They took a different path that's negative.
Look what they do, bro.
Yeah.
And look what we do. Like,
oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy, bro.
Because
like, if you think about that, we were all close.
Right. I could take that route, but then inside, I would feel very disappointed, very, very, very disappointed in my own stuff. Saying,
you got to.
Like, what are you doing? You need to do way better. And I did take that route at one time, and that's why I changed too. Because I was looking at my life. What are you doing? Like, you are worth way more.
Hell yeah.
That's where I get the whole I'm fucking what's the word? I'm fucking self-centered and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, you gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah. What the fuck? What is the person? What are you supposed to do for the person that's calling you self-centered?
Right.
Buy them a fucking meal?
Right.
What? Are you supposed to feed them?
Right.
Who gives a fuck about your feelings?
Right.
Nobody.
Right. You have to worry about yourself sometimes.
That's what's fucked up. People expect you to care about their feelings, but they don't give a fuck about yours.
Right.
That's why.
All right. And don't get me wrong, I do help people that are way less fortunate. You know, that's my goal. I mean, once I make it, that's what I'm saying. Like when for the future, when my kids, I'm not gonna give my kids anything for Christmas. It's gonna be the opposite. We're gonna me and my family are gonna go down to like the
Salvation Army.
We're gonna be giving them presents and stuff like that. That's how I see it. Like, I'm not gonna give to people that are like average, you know what I mean? Because I feel like me and you came from the same boat. If not, I came below you, you know. And now that I'm above you or whatever, not above you, but like in a place where
it just took me a while.
Right.
Just took me a while more.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to like say you had it better or anything, but it's just kind of different. Like when you don't have anybody to grasp on, and you know when you're all by yourself.
I did this on my own. Of course, I'm gonna feel like I'm a fucking beast, because of course Of course, I've seen no one cared. You know what I mean? Like, I have to care for myself. You know what I mean? No one's gonna care. No one cared. Like, oh, Adrian, you should work on learning, right? No one gave me that. No one said, hey, you should do good in your life. No one's ever told me that. I told myself that. I have everything that put me here, with 90% of it because of myself.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people along that's helped me and stuff like that, but my whole life I was never, I was never given really a role model. You know what I mean? So it was like, of course, I want to feel good about myself, and because that's the only person I had, myself. You know, it's not self-centered, or it's me being really humble for myself.
It's basically like, okay, we put you here.
Right.
Now you do what you want to do.
Right.
You pick your path.
Right.
That's basically the boat you were put in.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel you, bro. And I don't know, it's just wild, cause me, like, I was put in that shit, like, boom, put in the center, my dad doing drugs, put in the center, my mom doing drugs, you know, wasn't even around them, put in the center, my brothers running the streets, my uncles running the streets, like, I was in 5th grade, like, running the streets all night, hanging out with older guys and shit, but, like, something clicked when I got to a certain age, like Like who wants to live like this for the rest of their life, you know?
Right.
Like do I really want to put my kid, my son, my daughter in the shoes that my dad put me and my siblings in? Like,
right.
Nah.
Because you have to.
It's funny.
I want my.
But,
yeah, for me.
I don't know. You bossed up, bro. Like, I can't even lie.
Right.
Like you put your mind to some shit, and you, like, freshman year.
Right.
You had a job at Noodles and Company, bro.
That was
a couple months later.
So
you came to class dressed up in a suit, ready for a thing at ABC.
Right.
2 years later, where are you? No, this was sophomore year.
Sophomore year, yeah.
2 years later, where are you at, fam? No, a year later, you got your own fucking restaurant, bro.
Right.
You took them steps and you did it. Like, you moved fast as hell, just because, you know, you put hours and hours and hours into your craft and what you wanted to do.
Right.
And I fucks with that hard as hell. Like, if everyone had that drive, there'd be way more successful people. And I'm not even gonna lie, I don't have that drive, because if I did, I'd be somewhere other than where I am right now.
Oh, but you do.
But I'm not somewhere bad.
Because
at the same time, but
like
you're pretty much ahead.
Right.
You're ahead of the game.
Right.
Your parents didn't like this was your idea, you know.
Right.
Your parents didn't open this, and it's not like a
I never had
family thing. You were like, fuck yeah.
I didn't have a role model, really. It was based on myself, like I said. And that's what I want for my kids, too. I want my kids to look at their dad as a role model. Because I never had, like, a role model like, dang, I want to be like him. I didn't have that. So I want to be a role model for my kids.
That's real shit, bro.
You know?
Some real shit.
That's the goal.
I wish... And it's just crazy. Like, a lot of people do think like that, but when it comes time to, like, back that shit up, bro, like, they just fucking like, don't even think about it. And that's just crazy. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, life is just crazy. And the story, all this shit we just talked about, bro, life is just fucked up for some people. For all people, honestly, bro. Like,
yeah,
I'm not saying all rich people are miserable, but like rich people aren't all there, you know? Like, they're just not all there. I've talked to people who got way, like, money, they can get whatever the fuck they want, and I sit there and talk to them, and they want to kill themselves. Like, they're miserable as hell. Because
they don't, you know, take it for granted.
They take it way for granted. They don't know what they're... And I hate people who be like, oh, you got all this money, what the fuck are you sad about? What they're feeling is they've never had the will. I don't understand. All right, I mean, I don't know how to put it. So your struggle, right? You're sad, you're broke or whatever, that makes you sad. They're rich, but they still got their own struggle. Everyone has their own struggle, and everyone's gonna take it differently. Just because they didn't go through your struggle and they're sad about theirs doesn't mean that you have to be like, oh, their struggle's not shit, like, you know? Like, I don't know. And, like, you know, challenge day, right?
Yeah.
Like, I seen a lot of that too. Like, you know, people were telling their story, and then someone else would tell their story, and I'd hear someone, oh, that's not even bad. All right, but, you know, everyone takes everything differently. But there's limits to it, you know? But I just feel like, I don't know, it's just all what you think and what you feel. But just wild. Yeah, bro. That shit's crazy.
Damn.
Life is fucked.
You just went into a rant, sort of, huh?
Yeah, life is fucked, bro. But I mean, I just don't want to go. I don't think about money, bro. Like, I don't even count the money in my wallet, you know? Because when I count the money in my wallet, I get stressed. Damn, I only have this much money. Like earlier, what was I stressing about? Have enough money for a car. And then what did I say? I don't even want a fucking car. I'm just gonna keep this money in my wallet. I don't even carry my wallet with me anywhere. I'll just chill. Like, I just hate to be stressed. But at the same time, you know, I take care of business.
It's so crazy.
Everything.
I am blessed for it. I'm gonna say blessed. Oh, I explain it. I am like, it gives me motivation. That's the only thing I appreciate it. Cause
you don't sit in one spot.
Yeah,
you don't sit in one spot and
I don't
wish for shit to happen.
Yeah, and I don't complain about it. I'm not really saying, oh man, I came from this. I'm able to do it. You know. And I don't want to say someone's name, but there's someone that I know, that she always said, "Oh, I'm from this, I can't do it. I'm from this and that," and I motivated, and I was like, "All right,
Mm-hmm.
I've been through way more than you, but I don't complain about it.
Right.
I get shit done, and I would help you, whatever you need me to do. I'll help you."
Mm-hmm.
She's no longer in my life, but
But I mean,
yeah, I mean, like, don't make excuses. Don't make bullshit excuses that you can't really, you know what I mean? They call out because it's just, how is that helping? I think that just gives you, what's the word? Like, it's like saying, it's just excuses basically. That's just an excuse. That's just saying, oh, I can't do it. Well,
like, bro, you read the if you guys know us, know Adrian, read his newspaper article. It's the facts. Like, you read it and be like, what? Like,
you know what I mean?
just the bottom, basically.
I think excuses is bullshit. 90% of excuses are bullshit. They just give you a thing for you to say something so you won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And don't do that.
It's just people. It's just people sitting around waiting for shit to happen. This ain't Fairly Odd Parents.
Right. And then you
Feel me?
gotta think about it. I mean, there's people that have that mentality.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I don't. Luckily, I don't, which I really do appreciate, because I would, like, there's people that are happy that are, working at factories. We're not happy, but they're like, they'll take it. You know what I mean? There's people that working at Wendy's and they'll take it. There's people working at Menards and they'll take it. I'm not saying there's bad or anything, but if I was in that situation, I would hate it every day, and I'm not gonna, by doing that, me being, hating that, I'm not gonna just take it and say whatever, it's fine. I guess I'm dealt with what I'm dealt with. No, I'm gonna be like, all right, I don't like this situation. How the fuck do I get out of it? What process can I do to get me to where I am? And that's what I do with my life now. Like, all right, I want to be successful. What process do I know? It's like you have to work from the bottom to get to the top. Sure. And most people don't like working at the bottom. Working at the bottom, you might fucking take forever, right? But eventually you're gonna get to that position.
Right.
You can't be like, all right, I want to be rich. All right, how do you do that? It's like, I don't know. It's like, well, if you want to be rich, or let's break it down. If you're saying, all right, I want to buy a fancy ass car.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how are you gonna do it? No idea. Then it's like, you don't really want it necessarily. Like, you're not motivated to go get it.
No.
You have to like start somewhere. Start somewhere to get to a place. You have to put that grind in.
Like, I want anybody, I want anybody in this world to tell me somebody who started working at a fast food place, right?
Right.
And just kept going and going and going for 10 years plus. So there's people that are old as fuck, broke, working at fast food restaurants, but they fucked up along the way, They probably went years without working or something. If you work, like, there's just no excuse. If you work even at a McDonald's for long enough, you're eventually gonna be a manager. You're eventually gonna be this. You're eventually gonna go to hire this. Like, you can't stop. That's what people do.
Right.
They just stop.
They settle.
They fuck up. They settle. They get too comfortable.
Yes.
And they regret that shit because you can't do that. You just can't.
I hate and I love that about me. That I'm never happy, I guess. Or not happy. I was never happy.
You're just never satisfied. You
gotta do better.
You gotta do better. You gotta top your best move.
Right.
Next move better than your last move. Like,
yeah.
Drake, Period, right? Period.
It's like, it's almost like,
you topping yourself.
It's like when you bench weight, you want to max the fuck. You want to get to a point where your arms are about to fucking blow up. You know what I mean?
You can't do anything else, or you sometimes you gotta know when to stop,
Oh yeah, to a point.
But at the same time, you don't gotta know when to stop. You just gotta know when to stop doing it so hard,
right.
Trying so hard,
right. And it's where it's starting to hurt you.
Like you can do 10 reps.
Yeah.
Don't go fucking 40 reps when you can only do 20.
Yeah, and if you and then to a point where you're just say what you're doing, and there's people that take fucking roids and shit,
mm-hmm.
and you could translate steroids to like where people are like hurting themselves. Like if
like you're hurting yourself to push up, like, and in the end it's all gonna fucking crash down.
Right. It's like damn, I don't know why it just popped in my head, but like, there's a movie called the Machine Gun Preacher, where this guy goes to Africa, and he sees some crazy ass shit with these kids and shit, you know, because the warlords and all this shit.
Yeah.
And he wants to give 90% of his, he wants to give basically all his money he has to the kids and stuff like that. But then his family here is struggling because he's giving all this money away. You know what I mean? To a point, you know, like. That's what I'm saying. That's where you're maxing out and you're hurting people or hurting yourself. Like, you know, it was a part where, you know, he's at home. His daughter wanted a prom dress, but he couldn't. You know, instead of wasting on the prom dress, he wanted to give the money to the kids in Africa.
Right. And yeah.
Like, to a point, you know, you don't want to overstress yourself. You want to, you know, start hurting yourself in a sense. And when you start hurting yourself, that's what I mean, like the steroids. You know. It's like great as metaphor.
Just you're doing too much.
Right. But don't pussy out and do like fucking one thing that's easy as hell, you know?
Oh shit! I'm gonna bench the bar real quick. Let me make this 10 grand. Let me like. You can get 10 grand. What you gonna do with that 10 grand? You gon' most people will sit there on their ass until the 10 grand is gone and then try to get another.
Yeah.
Like you get 10 grand, you're gonna double that, you're gonna triple that, you're gonna boom, keep going till that's 50 grand, you know. It's just your mentality. If you want to get that money, like some people just sit on it.
Yeah.
It's all your moves and what you do, but it's just crazy, bro. Like life is just fucked up.
And for me, it's more learning than money. I think I like to learn way more than necessarily money. I think because. And that's what a lot of people don't like doing. I don't know. Like, I like learning random shit. Like, shit that I'll probably never know, but somehow in the future is gonna help me. Like, what did I learn about? Like, I learned about fucking how hot dogs are made. Like, what the fuck? Why would I want to know? Or like, but I don't know. But I like learning because then I know it and my knowledge is there. Maybe one day fucking I decide to open a hot dog. I want to invest in a hot dog factory or whatever. You know what I mean?
You know it.
You never know what you take now. You could be thrown into the future. You know what I mean?
And that kind of reminds me like of how like our generation and other people have to listen to the elders and what they've been through.
Right. I like hearing that shit. I like hearing stories and shit because then it gives me, you know.
Because that knowledge, them stories that. Like my grandma's boyfriend, you know, I'm one of the only people who's ever told them stories, you know.
Right.
What if no one else would have ever heard them stories? That's lost. That's cut off, you know.
Right.
But now I have that knowledge, and maybe I can tell someone one day. They could tell somebody one day. It's just I'll get passed down.
Right.
Just like. Just crazy, bro. Like, old people are the history in the know. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like, I appreciate it when people tell me things because then I get to use it. Oh, now I know it, you know, and then I can spread that to my kids. It's like when someone it's like when a father tells his son, "All right, we're gonna change the oil." Boom. That's now the father, the son knows
how to change this oil for a car.
Yeah, 20 years from now or 30 years from now, what's gonna happen? That son that's now a father is gonna tell the son how to change oil now. And I think it's very important that everybody has an open mind to everything. Like my daughters, you know, I want to tell them how to change oil or or stuff like that, because you know, then they'll know. You know, and they don't have to be a reliance on any guy or any person because now they know. So it's something good always to acknowledge stuff, and not necessarily you have to take it in, but just acknowledge it. You know what I mean? It's always good to take it in. It's always good to know about it because then you never know when it might help you in the future. You know what I mean? So I think that's very important.
For sure, bro.
Like, what's something that you always wanted to do? Like, not always do, but like something you wanted to put in that time and that work.
I've always wanted to like.
Like it could be a language, or it could be a skill or something.
Probably like just work on a fucking build a wall, bro. Like build a brick wall for a house, bro. Honestly,
A house?
I'd do that shit. Build a brick wall for a house. Like it's weird. Sounds weird. It's gonna sound weird to them, but yeah, bro, I'd enjoy doing that. And I'd feel like if I did that shit, I'd feel accomplished. I would
Right.
make it out. And I don't want to say this.
What?
I have a chance to. I want to make it out Beloit, you know.
Right.
I have a chance to make it out Beloit this year, but I'm not taking that chance. And I kind of feel like a dumbass, but the sacrifice I'm taking is for something that I feel is gonna make me a better person in the long run.
Right.
So I'd rather sit here and kind of suffer longer and then be happy later than just be happy now.
Right.
And in the long run be miserable without the thing that I'm staying here for,
Right.
that I know is making me happy, you know?
Right.
And to me that's one of the deepest things that like I could have ever said that's in my mind right now. So yeah, that's crazy.
I think, and that's always important. Sometimes the easy way out, the easy way out is not necessarily.
Because I could get a plane ticket right now, and what could I do? Pack my shit and leave, you know?
Right. The easy way out is not always the best way out.
You know, and it's not, bro. Because
Right.
just not.
And I think that's
And
like, look at with a job. Like I have never, like, I used to work as a dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hated it so fucking much. Hate it so much. But the reason I never quit, I quit eventually, obviously, but that's because I wanted to get better.
Mm-hmm.
But you know why I wanted to get better? Because I realized, like, damn, Agent, what the fuck are you doing? You don't want this. You don't want to be a fucking dishwasher. So I struggled. I mean, after the first 3 months, it was like, I wanted to quit, but I kept another 3 months. I worked 6 months in total. But after those 3 months, it was like, you know what? I want to quit so bad right now. But, I mean, at least I get paid. Not as much as I want, but at least I get paid. But then it's also helping me realize, like, I don't want to be fucking 29 or 30 walking dishes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always good to have struggle, because now you appreciate the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, when people are given shit, you know what I mean? They don't know the struggle, so they don't appreciate it, and, you know, they settle.
And you saying that just gave me a good idea, nigga. You can start as a dishwasher, right? Your first job, right? No one else will hire you.
Yeah.
No restaurants, no restaurants will hire you to serve, right? If you got that dishwasher on your resume,
Right.
oh shit, he was a dishwasher. He's been around the restaurant industry. He know.
Right.
You earn that bus position.
Right.
That bus position can earn you that server position.
Right.
That server position can earn you that cashier. That cashier can earn you the manager. The manager can earn you this and that. Like, that's why that just gave me a good ass idea. Like, you can start from the bottom, but every move that you make is giving you points
Right.
to the next move and the next move, and it won't stop.
Right.
Because if you go higher, you can't go back down unless you fuck up
Right.
or let yourself go down.
Right.
You can only go up.
Right. It's like when I worked at this restaurant, I knew how to do dishes.
Mm-hmm.
When I started working at a newsroom company, I already knew how to wash dishes. So I was already doing this shit quick. So
you already got that. You got a promotion quick as hell.
Yeah,
huh?
so I already knew how to do it. I didn't have to. My boss didn't have to waste his time talking to me or whatever. I could just get it done already. And you know, and then at that point, and then I learned how to cook. Well, I already knew how to cook, but I learned how to like saute and do shit like that.
Prep.
I didn't really know how to prep. That's the thing. I never know how to prep.
You never knew how to prep?
No, before that I was like 15, 16. So I didn't know how to prep necessarily, but I learned how to prep. Now I have my own restaurant. Now I know how to prep, you know?
Yeah.
And then on that note, the financial side to it. I know the financial side and I know how to manage, I guess. And now in the future, by knowing that knowledge,
like
I could throw it into somewhere else.
this is like this is on your resume, bro. You're having your own restaurant is gonna be on your resume.
Yeah.
You can move to Cali and they can see, oh shit,
Right.
how old was he and he had his own restaurant?
Right.
Damn, he can let him be a manager for this 5-star
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah. And
You
it all
know?
started from a dishwasher position.
Hmm?
It all
And
started
I
from
started from you dishwashing for what? How much again?
$6 an hour.
$6 an hour.
Fucking
Bro.
$6.
$40 a day. $40.
Yeah. No, $60 a day.
$60 a day.
Working
How many days a week? I forgot.
2 days.
2 days a week.
So I was making $120 a week. It was ass. It was ass.
And I've been there making $150 a week dishwashing.
And it was ass.
And now I'm making $400 a week.
Yeah.
Everything happens.
I ain't gonna lie, then it got to me because I had ABC and then I had the restaurant, so I was making a lot of fucking dough. I spent a lot of it on stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like dinners and shit.
Like, nah.
Well, I didn't want to say that. It was like more of a... Well, at the time, I didn't think it was a waste. Until now, I realized it was, apparently, because that person is not here no more. But, but like I say, you know, you start to, you know, you have to appreciate not appreciate, but you have to acknowledge what you're at. And a lot of people don't do that. It's like the people that work at these restaurants or these like fast food places, they're just settled with it. You can't settle with it. Once you settle with it, that's when you're just gonna be fucking like a gear. You're just gonna keep shifting. You just keep rotating. Damn, we've talked some real shit about.
Yeah. I'm out. I'm just gonna be honest, bro. I'm out.
No.
I'm out of things, bro.
This is the most like serious talk we have had. I don't know. I thought we were gonna come to this podcast with more like funny shit that we talk about and
usually,
shit.
Because usually
we just talk about
we don't go this long with so
same
much seriousness.
Yeah, the same topic, right? And we talked about some.
I'm satisfied. I'm glad I got some shit off my chest. You know, it's needed. It's needed. Once in a while.
Oh man, I want to buy a tiger. People think I'm crazy for buying a tiger, but I love tigers, so why not? It's like fuck. And what was that saying? Like, what's the difference between what was the saying? There was a saying, man. I don't know who said it. It was either Jay-Z or somebody that said it. Like, what's the difference between Shaq and Warren Buffett? Shaq is rich. Warren Buffett's wealthy. You know what I mean?
Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Like,
see, I think I'm being a little close-minded right now.
like, rich, I think means that you are in a short time rich. Like, who's a big guy? Like Bow Wow. He used to be rich. Now he's not that much. You know what I mean? You have to, and that's the whole thing about comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you made $1 million. Don't get me wrong. It's cool, like to have that lifestyle a little bit. But then you're just happy with $1 million.
Yeah.
And now that's it. You're done.
But I know this isn't your point,
right?
Or whatever. But like, Bow Wow, like, you know, he made smart decisions. He's good for the rest of his life. You know that, right? Like, you know,
right?
He's still making money from them little, like if like a legacy. Like,
yeah.
I'm not even gonna like Mike.
Yeah.
You think he don't still get money from that, bro? He's still getting them checks from like Mike. He's still getting them checks from them little platinum records he had when he was little. Like, like Soulja Boy, like he's whack and trash, but he still got millions. You wanna know why?
Right.
He's still getting money from motherfucking Crank that, bro. Turn my swag on, like shit like that. I don't know, just crazy. I think we've talked about too much life.
Yeah, let's switch it up. What's going on? Pop news. All right, he just walked out the studio. Damn, I wish we had some sponsorships to pay for some of the show. We need some sponsorships.
We need a fucking house studio.
We need Jerry's Cafe. This episode.
Hey, we can downtown. We can rent the back of a store. You know that?
Yeah. This episode of BCT podcast is sponsored by Jerry's Cafe.
Jerry, his dad has, what are them fat ass things? He has a fat ass mixer with all the little buttons. He has mics, all that, bro.
He doesn't even use it, right? You said?
No, he doesn't use it. He wants me to come hook it up.
I still remember the last podcast when like we were talking about Jerry, and then like his brother named Gary. What is it again?
Wait, what?
I was like,
No, it's just funny because the restaurant's Jerry, and then his dad's name is Oscar. Wait, that's what's funny, right?
no, I asked.
Wait.
I asked if so if Jerry, that means his brother is Gary.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And then what's his name? His brother's name?
Chris. Oh yeah,
yeah.
you're like, and I was like, no, it's Chris. You're like, what?
Chris.
Chris.
Coco Crisp.
Chris. Christopher.
Would you ever name your son a name that's what's the word? I want to say ethical. No. Like fuck. What? Traditional, yeah, like
to the American custom.
Or your custom or whatever. Like if I were like, how would you feel if I named my son Daytron?
Daytron? I mean, what's your meaning behind it, you know? That's what I'd ask.
Just Megatron.
Oh,
badass.
Yeah, then shit, fuck it. But I mean, you just fucked up your kid's life. Daytron, everyone looks at the black kids in the class and the whitest, the most Mexican ass.
Wait, I don't know who I'm married with. I'm gonna marry a white girl. That'd
Okay,
be worse, wouldn't it?
He's still gonna look Mexican and white, motherfucker. He's gonna be fucking. He's gonna be Mexican with blonde hair and named Daytron.
Daytron Diaz.
Like, what if I want to name my kid Rico.
Rico? Just Rico? Dead serious?
Dead ass, bro. Just Rico. Or he has to have a Spanish name, bro.
Ricardo?
No, not even Ricardo. Rico. What's your real name? Rico?
It sounds like a plug.
Rico De Niro. Rico De Niro.
That sounds like a plug.
It's gonna be my kid's name. Rico De Niro Johnson.
That sounds like a plug. Hey, you got the plug from Rico? Shit, what's kid's gonna be smoking, doing drugs? It's like, you have that, I don't even know what the fuck 30, 40 years from now is gonna be coming out. Pills? Fucking, I don't even know.
Oh, fuck. The drugs from now? When we have kids? But it's just crazy, bro, because we still have the same drugs. The only thing that's different
is pills.
The only drug that's different is people popping pills more.
And Molly.
And Molly and fucking synthetic marijuana space.
All right.
Everything else, coke, heroin, crack, was basically coke and crack, kind of the same thing when you smoke.
Oh, yeah, crack was pretty big actually.
Shit, 80s.
Right. Cocaine and crack were like big shit.
Cocaine and crack.
No one was talking about pills.
Pills?
No one was talking about that.
No one was. Oh, you got these perkies. You got this.
No one was talking about that, bro.
I see niggas with their eyes rolling back when I go to a party now. Off the fucking.
A lot of these white boys take fucking pills.
Hell yeah, every white boy in Beloit takes pills. Every white boy in Beloit pops pills.
Because they get to see the doctor, right?
Huh?
Because they got the insurance.
They got that doctor money.
So they'd be like.
They got those rich daddies. Dad, bro, my motherfucking. I need some motherfucking Xannies. I'm
stressed out.
I'm stressed. I'm having anxiety. Can I get some Xannies? Hey, I got two for 30. Flip it and do it.
Oh man.
Make bank at parties and shit.
Dang. I feel like most of the drugs are gonna be like some weird ass shit. Weed is gonna be like all natural and shit. We're gonna be like, kids, why don't you just do fucking regular weed?
Why does it have to have shit inside of it?
Fucking weed that makes your hair purple.
Turns your teeth black.
Kodak Black. Free Kodak, man.
That nigga been free.
I know. I started moving, man.
Free TK, man.
That was crazy.
Fuck a beat. I was trying to beat a case, but I ain't beat that case, bitch. I did the race. Beat it up, raw nut, shorty face.
Ugh. So, I don't even know about the whole.
About who?
The whole scenario about the. Have you seen the new? No scenario, but here's the new Jay-Z album, or not the album, the video.
Which one? To the OJ?
Yeah, that one's fucking dope.
Deep as fuck. Cause I mean, it's called, like, his lyrics say "still nigga," but at the same time, it can still go to like any minority, you know. Like,
yeah.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, you know what's more important than throwing money in a strip club?
That's real.
Credit.
That's real.
Hell yeah.
He's been some real shit. That's why I appreciate Jay-Z, man. That's why I like not old rap, but he's old. But like that rap is like still dope to me. That's some real rap.
Cause he's naming all the niggas that there are.
Yeah.
But you still a nigga no matter what, you know? Like you're to these people out here that think like that, you're still a nigga. You can be a rich nigga, poor nigga, field nigga, house nigga.
You know what? I was talking.
Light nigga, dark nigga, fox nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, poor nigga, house nigga, field nigga, still nigga.
You're no. That was like something like this. Like I was driving by, you know those neighborhoods, the white neighborhoods, suburb type. You know what I mean, right?
Park Meadow.
Yeah. I would hate to live there.
Why?
Like for me, no, like if I was me, who I am now.
Oh yeah.
Like I was white, I guess. I fucking hell yeah, I love to live there. But it's like, I would be that neighbor.
You'd be the neighbor, cause you know, like grilling in the front yard on your front porch is a black people thing. I don't know if Mexicans do it, but if I ever move to a rich neighborhood, I'm that neighbor that all the other neighbors are gonna talk shit about me because I grill on my front porch.
I can imagine that when like what did they do? Like, don't they have book clubs and shit?
Yeah, book clubs. They have fucking Sensi parties and fucking lotion.
Because I would be that neighbor that the neighbors talk about.
I'd be
that Mexican neighbor.
That you'd be that Mexican neighbor that, you know, they come outside, you're playing La Chona really, really loud, reggaeton early in the morning.
That's why I would rather live. That's why I'd rather live in my own, build my own house, or live in my own little neighborhood. Because all the houses look the same. First of all,
have at least 2 or 3 acres, an acre.
Yeah, and I feel like everybody there's entitled.
You ever been trick or treating in that neighborhood, bro?
No, I've been to white neighborhood. I guess what my mom did, like when we were growing up, because I was in Chicago, we used to head like 45 minutes into the suburbs just to go get candy. It was fucking dope because we got that good shit candy. But yeah, and then one year I think we went trick or treating at Chicago, like by sounds a fucking shame. Fucking boo ass candy, but the fucking white people, they be fucking snack size, family size,
pops and shit. I remember I was getting dimes and pennies from a nigga in Park Meadow one time. Fuck, I'm gonna do with this.
But what was I even saying about the? Oh, I would feel like everybody's entitled. I feel like everybody thinks they're the shit.
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't want to live there.
And I think like that entitlement goes back to what we were talking about earlier too. People from the struggle feel like it's not their fault, they're in the struggle, which it's not. But that doesn't mean you're entitled to a free card to get out that bitch.
Right.
You still gotta work to get out of that shit.
Yeah.
Did you feel me?
Do you ever pull your card?
Huh?
Do you ever pull your race card?
No, because I'm everything.
I never used it. It's weird. How would I even use it? I've never used it in my life. Actually, I used it once.
What'd you use it for?
The job.
Which one? ABC?
Well, they used me actually. It was vice versa.
Who used it?
ABC.
So they hired you because you were Mexican?
Yeah.
They wanted more minorities?
Yeah. And they took all these pictures. They were trying to make it all... And it's whatever.
I mean
they used me.
I don't want to feel like a charity case, but I mean, at the same time, you know...
I look at it like this. All right, use me. Fine. I'm going to use you. And that's what I did. I learned.
Were you the first Mexican that got an internship there?
No, but I'm saying everybody that we hired was like 90% minority.
Jason.
Yeah. 2 Jasons. Both Jasons.
Black as hell.
Tyreek. Me. It was like, you know what I mean? It's like, all right. Clearly, yeah, for sure. Like, come on now. But
like these are people straight.
The only thing bothered me about it, I think honestly, I'm like, I hate still. It's like, I didn't want to get hired because I'm Latino. I wanted to get hired because I could do the job, right? Mm-hmm. That was the whole point of that was the whole point for me. Like, I didn't want to get hired. I don't want nothing given to me. because then I feel like I haven't earned it. You know?
You didn't earn it. I was just gonna say that, like, when you go for a resume and it says that you can put ABC on your resume, you know,
that's how
you're not gonna feel if you get hired for that. If the job sees, they tell you, oh, we hired you that ABC thing, you're gonna be like, God damn, I didn't even earn this job. You know,
Right.
I got it because I'm Mexican. No,
Right.
like,
But that's not what I'm saying. That's why I'm gonna use them, because now they use me for this short period, just to make them look good for a little, you know.
now you can use them.
Yeah, I'm gonna use them now
period.
because now when I look for a real job, a job that's gonna put me in a position where I'm gonna be happy or where it's gonna give me what I want. Now I can say, yeah, I was a fucking intern at a fucking multi-billion-dollar company. So now that's the long run for me because that's gonna set up my future because I'm gonna get hired at this job that's gonna set me up for something bigger. So it's like I'm gonna use you, you use me. So what was that? It's like I'm gonna get some pussy, you're gonna get some dick.
Boy, you're a nut.
Man.
You're a dumb dyke. No, I'm just lying.
But that's how it is, man. That's how life is, bro.
That's how life is.
Sadly, it is what it is.
That's how it's always gonna be. And I honestly don't think it's ever been different.
Right.
And I'm glad we are who we are because we're open, you know. So if we do make it, we're not gonna be fucked up, closed-minded, and let everything control us.
Right. I'm very open-minded. I was asked, would you ever date a black girl? Yeah, sure. Okay.
Peace, I don't care.
Beyonce, bad.
Beyonce, Red One.
I'll put some little Adrian into some Beyonce. Mariah Carey. And then someone called me, or not call me out, but someone who said it. I guess someone said something about that they're not really black. Would you say that?
Who said that they're not black? Beyonce?
No. I mean, like, I told someone, well, asked someone asked me before that question. And I said, yeah, look at Mariah Carey, look at Beyonce, look at Sierra, you know? And they're like, that's not really counted because they're light skinned, they're not black.
Okay, but I want to date a dark skinned girl. I'm gonna be honest with you. I date a black girl, light skin, you know, not no dark skin.
So does it count?
The darkest I'll go is Rihanna. Yeah, it counts. If both the parents are black, African American, I mean, you're black. You're light skinned, but you're black.
Okay.
Like the darkest I'd go is Rihanna.
Because I was asked that question before, and I kind of someone else brought it up, and I said the same thing about, yeah, look at Beyonce, look at Sierra, and they said no, that doesn't count. Does it count or not?
Counts.
It counts, right?
For sure. I don't know. I think Mariah Carey's mom is light skinned, but definitely Beyonce. Both of her parents are dark as hell. Sierra and Rihanna. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was getting that question too. Not date white girl. I don't know. Actually, yeah, I know. We had this conversation about the white girl too.
Oh yeah, we already did.
Like, God damn, it looks so hot. I don't say so hot, but they look bad in the 20s. But once it deteriorates.
Drew.
It deteriorates. You ever seen there's some bad. Oh my God, there's some bad Latinas when they're 40. And then if you compare a Latina 40 and a white girl 40, it's just like.
If you compare a Latino 40 and a Latina at 16.
What the fuck? That's a weird ass spread.
I'm lying, I'm crying. Latino girls get better looking as they age, and it is a proven fact.
I'm gonna hate though. I don't know what Adrian want, or I mean, I can't just take who I fall in love with or whatever. It could be a white girl, it could be a Latina, it could be an Indian, whatever. But I'm gonna fucking. I think love is love, I guess, but I don't know, it's gonna look so weird, like a bad shorty at 22, and when you're like when you're gonna you're gonna go to sleep one day at 22, you're gonna wake up, and there's this fucking 45-year-old girl that's like, damn, what happened? If it's a, you know,
hell
and that's not even me being stereotypical. I mean, there's some bad white females,
yeah,
but the majority of it is like these old, wrinkly 40-year-olds cut their hair short,
right?
Have gray hair now. It's like, God. I should have went with the Loop instead of the Debbie. But yeah, it's just whatever. I mean, again, if you're in love, whatever, it's all that matters, I guess. If y'all love each other, that's what matters the most. Have you ever been in love, man?
Yeah, I'm in love, bro.
I'm in love too. With success. Because I've been in love and that didn't work out so much for me. So good for me. But I think we have talked a good amount today about some real serious shit. Some interesting shit. We talked about over an hour or so, right? Damn.
Sure, that's always though.
Yeah, we always get that's the podcast, bro. I want people to not necessarily have to sit down and listen to the podcast, but it's a podcast where you could like sit down, get some work done, or if you want to fucking turn it up before you go to bed, listen to our voices.
You can skim through that shit, stop anywhere you want, and the conversation's gonna be interesting.
So I think we covered a good amount of shit on today's podcast, and I would like to appreciate Levi T again back on the thing, and I think I can't do it without him no more, bro. That's it. We are a team, tag team this shit, bro. We're gonna mandingo this. What? And thank you. Shout out. Peace out.
The